Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our SAP Business One How To series. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to create approval templates and approval stages which are required for approval process in SAP Business One. Let's switch over to the system to see how this is done. First, to create the approval stages and templates, we'll go into the administration module. We'll click on the setup folder, and then within the setup folder we will see a folder called approval process. We'll click on it and then we select any of the windows. The first thing to know is that we need to create our approval stages before we can create the template. So the stages is a prerequisite for the approval template. So to create the approval stages, we click on it, we define, give it a name. Yes, I'm going to call this the line manager approval. And then we put in the description, which is optional. Then we can also define how many authorizers have to approve at this stage before it is considered as an approved document, and how many rejections are required before it is considered rejected. So I'm just going to leave this as 1, and then for rejection I would use 2. Then we define the authorizers, who are the people that will be approving. Yes, so first we'd say James is an authorizer, and then we can say Rose is also an authorizer at this phase. Please note that when creating your approval stages or templates, you need to work side by side your customer to ensure that the stages and templates mirror what they require. Alright, so I've added the stage. I'm just going to add another stage, and then we'll move to the next one, which is the template. Alright, so let's say this is the HOD manager. We have just one HOD, so therefore one approval and rejection are required. So I'm going to select the HOD. Alright, that has been selected. So we can see we have the HOD approved here. If you go here, we can see the first one which we created, which was the line manager approval, and we can see the next record, which is the HOD approval. So now once this has been done, once I've defined all our approval stages, the next thing is to create a template. So on the template, the first thing we're going to be defining is the originating user or department. Yeah, the originating user or department. So in this case, we're going to say this is our originating user. So let's call this, let's say, purchase order approval. So here we see the option to make it active. Yeah, by activating it, when updating the document, it would immediately trigger the approval process if the originator is the user here. So we need to ensure that the user that is defined here is the originator. So I've defined the originator. Next, we need to define the documents that this approval template is applicable to. Yeah, so we can see they are categorized in various categories. We have the sales, purchasing, inventory. So the approval templates can apply to different documents within the same category. So I'm going to say this is our purchasing approval, and so I want this to be applicable to purchase order, purchase quotation, goods receipts, goods returns, and other documents as specified by our customer. Then the next thing is stages. So this is where we define the approval stage, which one comes first before the other. So the first stage for us here is the line manager stage. So you can see that the approval stage is a prerequisite to the creation of the template. At the point of creating the template, you can also create the stages directly by clicking on the new. So I'm going to select my stage to say, okay, the first stage is the line manager stage, as you can see here, and then the next stage is the HOD approval, as we have here. So what this means is that when a document is originated by our user, it will first be approved by the line manager before it gets to the HOD for approval. Once this is done, then the employee that originated the document can now add it to the system. Alright, so finally we have the terms here. What are the terms that will trigger this approval process? Would it be always, so that means regardless of once the document is created, it should go for approval, or if there are specifics to generate this approval process. So an example would be, let's say, a deviation from budget. You want it to go through a particular approval process. That can be defined here. Yeah, so we have different parameters that can be met before the approval is generated. But I'm just going to leave it at always, and then we click on add. Once click on add, and that employee logs into the system and creates a document, automatically it will be sent for approval. That's all for this video. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified of new content. Thanks and bye for now.